Good evening. I'm Sophia Greenhoe, President of the Class of 2019. It is my honor to welcome you to our commencement. At this time, please stand for the national anthem, followed by our school song.
You can now sit down. Thank you, Mr. Hackworth, Ms. Thomas, and Mr. Cook for the music. Dear class of 2019, it's about time. We finally made it. We have been waiting 720 days for this very moment, and it has finally come. We have made our family, friends, teachers, and most importantly, ourselves proud. High school took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Lots and lots of tears. High school also brought the best and the worst out of students, teaching us about how the real world operates. It also played a major role in not just teaching us math and English, but also teaching us about ourselves. So it's time to say goodbye, but I think goodbyes are sad and I'd rather say hello. Hello to a new adventure, as Ernie Hartwell would say. So whether you're going to a 2- or 4-year college, taking a gap year, a community college, and transferring, joining the military, and going straight to the workforce. Behind you is all your memories. Before you is all your dreams. Around you is all who loved you, and within you is all you need. You are now high school graduates. Now coming up is Dr. I.
Thank you, Sierra. Good evening. I'm Dr. Eric Irizarry, proud principal of the greatest school under the sun, Charlottesville High School. The CHS administration team, Ms. Stacy Heltz, Ms. Teresa Bryant, Dr. Devlin, and Ms. Sarah Groth would like to welcome you to our 2019 commencement ceremony. It is also our honor to welcome Charlottesville City Schools Superintendent Dr. Rosa Atkins and our division administration. Chair of the Charlottesville City School Board, Jennifer McKeever, and the school board. Charlottesville City Schools principals and assistant principals. And the sponsors of the class of 2019, Ms. Pam Brown and Carrie Brownlee. And the greatest staff and faculty a principal can have, your Charlottesville High School faculty and staff. And most importantly, class of 2019, please give it up for everyone that came out here to honor you tonight. Congratulations, class of 2019. It's been an honor to serve you as principal over the course of this year. This ceremony is an opportunity for you, your family and friends, to celebrate your accomplishments and reflect on how you got to this point. As you reflect on this day, take the time to remember all of the people along the way that made this day possible. Your families, guardians, grandparents, teachers, coaches, and close friends. Because of a collective effort, we are graduating seniors that will be successful community contributors, national leaders, and world changers. My dear Black Knights, this day marks a new chapter in the story of your lives. You are now leaving the safe confines of CHS hallways and classrooms to embark on your personal journey. Gap years, workforce, military service, trade schools, colleges, and universities. You're graduating in an incredibly divisive time in our country's history. In conversations with friends or family, the future of this country, and the world for that matter, is often brought up. And sometimes I am asked my thoughts on the future of our country. Now, most people that know me know that I'm a realist. I think that's the reason I'm asked my thoughts, usually to affirm the notion that her future is grim. But those same people are surprised when I tell them that it'll be a struggle, but we're gonna be okay. They always ask, well, how do you know? And my answer is always the same. Because I spend 10 hours a day with some of the funniest, brightest, and compassionate individuals I have ever met, you all. To work with you every day and the amazing faculty and staff sitting around you and on stage today means I literally have one of the best jobs in the world. Every day is an adventure. With some of you, it was a real adventure. But it gave me the opportunity to connect with some of the folks that will truly make a difference in our world. The story of the class of 2019 would be a celebrated work if it was actually written. This class is truly one of the most memorable and accomplished classes in the history of CHS. Among us, we have a Jefferson Scholar, an Eccles Scholar, an Emily Kurrick Scholarship winner, an Oxford Scholar, a Bezos Scholar, and I could go on and on. This year's senior class earned over $1 million in scholarships and awards. This graduating class is also projected to have the highest graduation rate in the history of Charlottesville High School. But to get to the heart of this class, you have to go to the individual stories behind those numbers. The individual stories that have made the class of 2019 truly special. And many of these stories don't make the headlines or social media. Take the story of one Black Knight, one of your fellow students here today. They had a difficult time in their first 2 years. They had many obstacles in their life that they had to overcome. And although incredibly gifted, these obstacles started to have a negative impact on the students' grades, attendance, and high school trajectory. One day earlier this year, their counselor put an early graduation plan in front of me to sign so this Black Knight could graduate 1 year early. I thought early graduation, how about just graduation? Although the path chosen was not the easiest, with the help from the teachers, counselors, and our walk program, this Black Knight slowly began to make an incredible progress toward their goal. And to my pleasure, coming into the third quarter, through sheer grit and resilience, they were positioned to be here today. At the same time, this student had applied and was selected to interview for the UVA Apprenticeship Program, a very competitive 4-year program here at UVA that combines the trades and classroom instruction. The competition to get into this program is as difficult as some of our prestigious colleges. On the morning of the interview, this student had a serious allergic reaction to the medication given to them after surgery. Instead of interviewing at UVA, they were across the UVA campus in the emergency room. Despite the student's ordeal, the policy for the UVA apprenticeship program was clear. Interviews were held 1 day and 1 day only, and they had missed their chance. Now, this story could have ended there, and it would still have been an impressive story of resilience. However, this student and our CHS team were determined for them to have a chance to interview. So we wrote a letter describing the incident that occurred and urged them to reconsider. After reading that letter, the director of the program pulled the student's file, read their application, and that director did something he had never done before. He called a meeting with his staff. The director first read the letter from CHS and then read the student's application letter, which began, "I would like to join the HVAC program to help others be comfortable in their own home. Because when I was younger, I didn't have heat or air. I know what it's like to be cold in the winter and hot in the summer." The director told his staff that he wasn't going to make the decision whether to give that student an interview. He told his staff, "You all let me know what you want to do," and he left the room. I'm proud to announce that our Black Knight was accepted and will start a 4-year full-time paid apprenticeship as a member of the UVA staff and faculty. Take another Black Knight, a promising student that published his first research paper at the age of 9 in his home country of Iraq, but was soon after forced from his home due to the bloodshed from his country's civil war. He spent the next 5 years of his life moving from place to place, avoiding the horrors of war, including Syria, Jordan, and back to Iraq. But through it all, he never lost his passion for science. When he arrived at CHS in 2016, he quickly began to take advantage of his new start, taking over 12 advanced placement courses through his high school career, unheard of for an English language learner, all while adapting to his new home and new language. He became a standout on the debate team and dove into computer science and engineering, fields he had been passionate about his entire life. His story could have ended there, and it would have been an impressive story of resilience. But this student decided to reach back and help other students new to this country. He produced videos on wearing the hijab and videos that explored different cultures of CHS students and became a link crew leader. More importantly, he founded a new branch of Bacon, ESL Bacon, engineering as a second language, to teach other English language learners basic programming to prepare them for engineering courses he so enjoys. I am proud to announce that Hamada will be attending Virginia Tech next year to pursue his studies in engineering. Nelson Mandela once said, "Our human compassion binds us to one another, not in pity or patronizingly, but as human beings who have learned how to turn our common suffering into hope for the future." Again, the stories I told today won't make headlines or Twitter, but each of you has your own story. And each one of your stories, over 270 strong, binds us together. Your individual stories are like a tapestry that, when woven together, tell the larger story of the class of 2019. A story of a fight for justice and equity, a story of resiliency, and a story of hope. You have realized our vision at CHS to celebrate the strengths found in our differences and foster a singular Black Knight identity. Black Knights, you give me and the rest of our CHS family great pride and great hope in the future of our nation. And no matter the direction of your next steps, believe in yourself, be true to yourself, be your best self. I know you won't let us down. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2019.
Class of 2019, I think we can all agree that we're in high school during a complex and challenging time for our community. While that posed challenges to our school and us, we are stronger because of it. We know the world is imperfect, and our time at CHS has prepared us for the next step. I challenge each of you to ask tough questions and work harder in every endeavor. Because of the knowledge and experiences we gained from being students at CHS, we can apply ourselves in the world and leave lasting impacts in the community. I have been honored to represent you in our senior year at CHS. As class president, I saw how our class, despite our differences, came together in support of one another. We have come together to fight against barriers set by society and collectively help one another succeed. I look forward to seeing what we each accomplish and what unfolds for us in the coming years. From college to working to the armed forces, each of us has the ability to make a difference. These are not empty words. I know this because you already have made a difference as part of our school community. Our class is made up of students with so many unique talents, forming a diverse and extremely interesting student body. We have classmates who have been featured in newspapers, won art awards, gone to states for a sport, directed their own plays, and so much more. Each of you has added your own unique perspective to shape the class of 2019. It is my hope that as you start your adult life, you remember the connections you made at CHS and the experiences we shared. This is just the beginning of becoming who you will be. From this point forward, you choose what defines you. I hope that regardless of whatever challenges you may face in your lives, you find meaning in your life. Congratulations, class of 2019. With our senior class funds, we have chosen to support the purchase and installation of school spirit flags to be displayed throughout campus. I would now like to introduce Sierra Rhodes, the Student Council President.
Our graduation speakers this year are Talia Marshall and Ziana Bryant.
Sometimes I wonder if we all peaked in high school. In our graduating class, we have nationally recognized scholars, some of Virginia's finest musicians and athletes, and good-hearted people who I doubt we could find anywhere else. I wonder if we all peaked in high school, but then I remember that on the first day of freshman year, I somehow managed to fall up the stairs, and I only just found out that Tucson and Tucson are the same place, so I think we all have a lot left to learn. Since we didn't peak in high school, it means that the big and scary future that we've been preparing to enter since kindergarten is just full of more opportunities to become finer scholars, more accomplished musicians and athletes, and have greater impacts. It might feel like understanding the difference between affect and effect, competing at the state and national level, and maybe realizing what's most important in life for the best parts of high school and possibly the rest of our lives. But I'd like to point out that in 6th grade, I thought the best day of my life would forever be the day that I got to spray my math teacher with silly string. Also, if I might remind you, because of plate tectonics, the Himalayas are only getting taller, which means that the world's tallest peak is higher every year. I'm standing before you today not as a valedictorian of Charlottesville High School, but as valedictorian of my own high school experience, just as we all are. Somehow, we managed to balance academics, extracurriculars, jobs, and family obligations, and still arrive here today in true class of 2019 fashion, as the greatest versions of ourselves we possibly could be. This version cannot be quantified or defined in any terms I can think of, so I could list all our names, but I know Miss Brown and Mr. Brownlee are about to do that, and I don't want to steal their thunder. Once they list our names and we all try not to trip up the stairs like I did on the first day of freshman year, we are free to walk into the world as Charlottesville High School graduates. The world we see when we walk out of here will look almost exactly like the world we saw when we walked in. We'll still be teenagers, a little scared, but mostly excited for what's next. We'll still be wearing these kind of ridiculous robes, but when we walk out of here, we'll all have pomp and circumstance running through our heads. I'm no time traveler, but when we walk out of here, I can promise you that it will be the future. It's a future to learn in, grow in, and most importantly, change. As a class of valedictorians, we will take the future and this world and make it ours. The year we started high school was also the year that every Charlottesville High School student was issued a Chromebook instead of a Fujitsu tablet. So I think it's safe to say that when the class of 2019 arrives somewhere, we arrive in style. If we are here today as the best version of our high school senior selves, I can only imagine what it will be like after graduation when we no longer have to ask for a pass to go to the bathroom. It seems surreal to me that this day has come because I can still hear the click-click of a stylus on my tablet. But like the Fujitsu tablets, our time has come, though I'm pretty sure we're leaving behind better memories. At this point, I'm one of the only things standing between you and your diplomas, so I'm going to get out of the way so we can figure out what this whole big future thing means and show the world what it means to be a class of valedictorians. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Ziana Bryant, and I am the great-granddaughter of the late Thelma Townsend Hagen, a loving advocate for educational equity in Charlottesville and a fighter for justice. I am a third-generation Black Knight and a very proud member of the class of 2019. Give it up for yourselves. It has been an honor to serve as a class representative for the past 4 years. I will be forever grateful to each of you for allowing me to serve you and lifting me up when I have fallen short. Many will tell us that high school is nothing like the real world. While that may be true, I have no doubt that the class of 2019 will change the game, simply because we already have. I could talk about the many sweeping titles and the trophies and the rankings that we've earned over the years. But as Booker T. Washington once said, success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life, as by the obstacles which he, she, they has had to overcome while trying to succeed. During our time at CHS, I am most impressed by how our class has taken what was meant to divide us and used it to bring us together in a way that is collectively innovative and bigger than us all. From robust political advocacy with community members and city manager candidates, to countless service projects like making food kits for hurricane survivors and volunteering at our former elementary schools. We've had the tough conversations about the issues we faced, and then we presented solutions. We have created the change that we wish to see within ourselves and our community as a whole. When I thought about what I was going to say to you today, I reflected on a question that I often ask myself. What kind of ancestor do you wish to be? How do you want to be remembered by those who have encountered you? Here are 5 points I think about when I ask myself what kind of ancestor I want to be. Number 1, show up. Once you find something that you are passionate about, pursue it with everything in you. Show up to meetings, show up to actions, show up to opportunities. And when you gain access to platforms and spaces where others are not welcomed or represented, leverage your power and your position to make sure that they are heard. Number 2, stay grounded. As you climb higher, do not forget the people who have allowed you to rest on their shoulders. Pay homage to those who have come before you. And remember to reach back and offer what you have learned to those who will come after you. Number 3, hold yourself accountable. Set a standard for yourself and stick to it. There will be times where you miss the mark, but the most powerful thing that we all can do is to be honest about where we have fallen short and use that to improve in the future. Number 4, be undeniable. There will be times where you enter into a room and you will question why you are there, whether it's a new course or an interview for an internship. Remember that you do belong. You have worked hard to get to where you are now, and you deserve every good thing that is to come. Believe in how amazing you are, and do not allow anyone to deny what it is that you bring to the table. Last but not least, do not forget your name. As Toni Morrison once said, when you know your name, you should hold on to it, for unless it is noted down and remembered, it will die when you do. As we reflect on our own legacies that we hope to leave behind, do not lose sight of who you are. Remain authentic and true to your path. Trust your process. Be proud of what makes you yourself, be it your native tongue, your complexion, your hair, or what you have overcome to be where you are today. Your story is just as powerful as anyone else's. As I stand here today, I want to express just how proud I am of us. I have watched as time and time again, we have supported each other throughout our own various journeys. I am also proud of my AVID family and fellow future first-generation college graduates. We have waited so long for this time to come. Enjoy this moment. To the Black Student Union founding class, I love you all so much, and I cannot wait to see all of the amazing things that you will do in the future. To our teachers, thank you for preparing us for this next step. From the safe spaces you've provided to the words of affirmation and encouragement that you've given us all something that cannot be replaced. To every staff member, thank you for putting smiles on your faces and asking us about our days and creating a home for us all at 1400 Melbourne. To our parents and families, thank you for putting our dreams before your own. Thank you for the love and for the support and for the sacrifices that you make every day so that we can pursue the things that set our hearts on fire. To my entire village, you played a huge role in making me who I am today. I am forever grateful for the community that has supported me and offered unconditional love and support. I love you all forever. And to the class of 2019, I cannot believe how fast we made it here. But this is not the end, and this is not a goodbye, it's a see you soon. Remember, it's Black Knight Nation forever and always, and if Dr. I doesn't mind me doing the honors one last time. Go Black Knights!
Thank you, Talia and Zayana. We will now have a selection performed by our commencement choir.
I would like to personally thank Mr. Cook, Ms. Thomas, Mr. Hackworth, and Mr. Becker for all of their work behind the scenes to make this night possible. At this time, I invite our superintendent, Dr. Rosa Atkins, to join me at the podium. Dr. Atkins, it is my honor to present to you the Charlottesville High School class of 2019 for graduation. I certify that each of them has met the requirements for graduation as set forth by the Virginia State Board of Education and the Charlottesville City School Board.
Dr. I, thank you for presenting to me this amazing, outstanding 2019 class. Congratulations to each of you. I have one piece of advice as you travel along the next pathways. Never forget that the road that is the steepest usually will lead you to the highest point. Never ignore it. Plant your feet and your heart and your vision solidly on that path and follow it as far as it will take you. You are well prepared to take control of the top of the mountain. And it is indeed with great pleasure that by the power vested in me by the Charlottesville City School Board and the Commonwealth of Virginia, that I do now, Dr. Irizarry, present to you and declare this 2019 Charlottesville High School class graduates. Congratulations.
Class of 2019, you may now move your tassels from the left of your cap to signify you are now graduates. And now our class sponsors, Ms. Brown and Mr. Brownlee.
Ahmad Halal Abdul Rahimzai. Christina Maying Abraham. Trayvon Tyleek Adams. Cameron Amadi. Shahad Ahmed Al-Mohim. Ahmed Hamada Nadmi Al-Douri. Taekwon Shadi Alston. Dennis Alexander Alvarenga Mahia. Jahim Kamal Anderson. Montel Lee Anderson. Savion Naeem Anderson. Jacob Arnold Antes. Annika Elizabeth Antholis. Gabriela Montserrat Arana Soicedo. Yancy Arlie Argueta. John Paul Ayala. Elliot Stafford Baker. Heaven Kamora Banks. Callista Shea Barber. Rowan Elijah Barnes. Gibran Barnett. Jacal Latre Barrett. Olivia Ann Behrman. Rachel Eileen Beeling. Susanna Lockridge Burl. Lanaje Mahaya Bledsoe. Anna Elizabeth Bonharper. Stephen Michael Bowen. Blake Aaron Brewer. Tavion Lyric Brown. Timaya Janetti Bruce. Olivia Grace Bryan. Dejanay Brianna Nicole Bryant. Frankie Antonio Burgos. Daisha Marion Cabell. Emily Elizabeth Kaffas. Lacey Alexandra Carpenter. Tyquise Richard Carter. Tyree Deshawn Carter. David Walker Catlett. Mila Claire Cesarati. Deontay Leont Chambers. Diana Lisbeth Chavez Arango. Nawana Chetsu. Alonda Yvette Clark. Sahara Grace Clemens. Ian Yost Klickner. Avion Eugene Cobbs. Annabelle Lord Coyle. Jakaya Shamikwa Crawley. Jasper Aiden Crum. Davon Joshua Cummings. Connor Llewellyn Davis. Jakob Achilles DeBear. Lily Kelly DeLeo. Sierra LaDeja Dillard. Juan Isaiah Douglas. Christopher Andrew Drumheller. Sonora Durden Williams. Julia Hayen Duxbury. John Daniel Emery. Anicia Willante Estes. Cole Christian Fairchild. Connor Dennis Farrell. Kaylee Mae Farish. Abigail Kathleen Faust. Alexandra Augustine Ferguson. Elliot Andrew Maryhugh Furkey. Nathan Scott Fisher. Lisbeth Flores Fuentes. Jacob Tyler Floyd. Michael Aiden Folger. Sabias Bradford Foley. Margaret Rhodes Forbes. Javon Lavoy Fowler. Alan Galindo De La Rosa. Sarah Mae Sherman Garrettson. Samantha Diane Gentry. Princess Georgina Garty. Robert Wayne Gibson Jr. Anna McIntyre Gitchell. Elizabeth Gabriella Greenfield. Dwayne James Greenwood. Jacob Emmanuel Groner. Deja Gross Harris. Owen Gabriel Giffrey. Gerald Gutierrez. Salma Gutierrez Mejia. Alexander Hoyt Guzman. Uziel Guzman de la Cruz. Caleb Wayne Hayden. Amaya Lene Holman. Jack Carlisle Hardley. Darius Lamont Harris. Emma Lillian Harrison. Tyasia Sade Hawkins. John Anthony Heck. Catherine Lisbeth Hernandez. Cassie Ann Hersman. Ava Hessian Landman. Deshaunte Hill. Trevon Marze Hill. Mika Isogai Hilliard. Phoebe Marie Hotz. Alexander Trey Hoyt. Nayin Hung. Trinity Alexandria Hughes. Ulysses Arthur Ingen. William Harper Inigo. Tamaria Deshana Jasper. I'm sorry. I tried. Corpo Johnson. Asiana Denisha Johnson Murray. James Jaquan Camden Jones. Juwan Tyrese Jones. Kevin Charnay Jones Jr. Jaron Allen Jordan. Finnegan Joseph Keena. Lena K. Kiesicker. Eve Isabella Kendrick. Anicia Amaya Kenny. Kanaya Najale Leah Key. Aaliyah Marie King. Weeder Grace Coley. Rashad Kondo. Bobbin Lama. Chloe Porter Landry. Xander Largent. Margaret Olivia Lather. Althea Grace Lawn Worrell. Caitlin Brooke Lehnert. Kyle Bradley Lehnert. James Michael Leonard. Sydney Elizabeth Lewin. Julia Lindemann. Yeah. Campris Olivia Lindsay. Samuel Creamer Livingood. Esmeralda Marisol Lopez. Daquan Lauterbach. Kayemba Luindo. Emma Driscoll McNabb. Christian Andrew Maddox. Bikash Magar. Kiana Janelle Mallory. Chet Ingvar Martinezson. Christopher A. May. Jamar Duran Mayo. Jasmine Bell McCrae. Evelyn Ann McKinney. Keenan Mamet Edward McLaren. Cole Robinson McNair. Kevin Alexander Marchicano Nazareno. Ibe Merchancano. Alasia Dejan Merchant. Maricela Beatriz Miranda. Ayat Kamis Mohammed. Ajit Monger. Raquel Monroe. Alexis Antonio Montesinos Marroquin. Adam Theodore Moreland. Jasmine Mowry. Zoe Gabrielle Napper. Kishana Jameisha Nelson. Frances Cecilia Newman. Eddie Nkere. Elena Mia Del Mar O'Brien. James F. O'Brien. Cleve Hudgens Packer, Jr. Anthony Padilla Ormelius. Thomas Alma Parmenter. Charles Perkins Robbins Payne. Kelsey Elizabeth Payne. Vincent Solomon Pierce. Owen Malcolm Pence. Dakari Alfonso Pleasance. Claire Lillian Powell. Curtis Blaze Prax. Clara Tucker Hugh-Sellers. Eva Sarahi Kuzeda Romero. Jack Grover Rabinowitz. Hunter McGuire Randall. Jada Natalia Reed. Lisbeth Ratana Maldonado. Rodrigo Jose Reyes. Dalton Alex Richardson. Molly Stokes Riddler. Davida Nora Rim Kaufman. Isabella Rose Romberger. Darren Roche. Roman Ross. Waynisha Rochelle Rowland. Sophia Wambach Rubin. Joshua Y. Rugumayo. Kalia Rush. Kimmy Hope Russell. Stella June Adelaide Russell. James Ashton Ryan. Benway Freeman Young. Arleth Zurizade Young. Salinas. Sarah Samadi. Jessica Ann Santon. Asher Arthur Saunders. Gretchen Brenna Schlegel. Nicholas Costi Sifri. Noah Kendall Skeen. Jane Kavar Slaughter. Courtney Brianna Slaughter. Taman Kasim Smith. Courtney Alexandra Snap. Patience Solo. K. John Rashid Stepp. Elliot Campbell Stevenson. Shamar Rashay Denny. Aesop Campbell St. Hours. Regina Stover. Kong Su. Alejandra Sullivan. Luca Mingyang Sun. Daniel Sabo. Aman Tamang. Videsh Tamang. Bimala Tamang. Louis Arnold Tate. Jaquarius Correa Taylor. Rachel Mackenzie Taylor. Hal Thon. Min Kant Thu. Chloe Michelle Turner. Kiara Lynn Turner. Jaheim Naj Tyler. Malaya Alicia Underwood Anderson. Alexandra Thorson Von Loo. Talasia Nyana Vini. Isaac Mikkel Veek. Joseph Von Stork. Brittany Nicole Washington. Damon Wanye Washington. Nydia Washington. Ella Joyce Bauer Wayland. Daciana Kiera Wayne. Catherine Elizabeth Wells. Princess Wei Yi. Mayana Nicole White. Erica Amaya Williams. Thomas Olin Williams. Pierre Giorgio Wilson. Benjamin Alexander Winkler Olick. Gage McLean Winstead. Nicholas Alexander Worski. Alice Wynn Yang. Patricia Quay Yao. Judith Zamora Zamora. Tyleek Laquan DeMonte Zilkowski. Ziana Tajuan Bryant. Sophia Alexandria Greenhoe. Talia Picus Marshall. Anna Emerson Myers. Sierra Nyasia Rhodes. LaAsia Tanae Thomas.
Before we wrap things up, over here to the stage right are 12 amazing seniors. That's our boys soccer team in the semifinals. They're going to be leaving early tonight. Let's give them a big round of applause. Go Black Knights. Good luck, guys. Thank you for coming to the 2019 commencement. We respectfully ask that everyone to remain seated until the graduates have recessed the arena. Once again, thank you so much and have a great night.